back out here at Fate Sanders Marina. Gonna change out a it's like a water distribution valve. It's like a diverter valve. They make a bunch of different versions of this. Some of them are air. It's got I guess you supply air to it when it needs to. It supplies the air and opens up the valve. I don't know. This one's a simple one. It's like a 5.0 Mercruiser. It doesn't have all that, so I think the biggest thing is just getting the screws out, because they're like, you know, they may be rusted. I don't know. I'll just hit it with some juice and, you know, loosen up all the clamps. So hopefully put the new valve on. He bought the valve because he didn't want to spend $300 for the Mercury one, which that's what it is. And it's probably even more than that. It's a lot. They got cheap ones on Amazon, you know, they're like $30, $40. You know, my thing is, like, they're probably gonna fail too. They have the little what would you call it, it's a little blue twist off, I can't think right now, but you open them up, right, let the water drain out. And so a lot of people don't, and then in the winter time it freezes and that thing cracks. So luckily, like, I don't know if he even winterized this thing. It's possible he didn't even winterize it and that's why it cracked. But, you know, I don't know. Hey, here's another some storage things. I could. What if they're throwing these away? It's just that crappy stuff that. Oh, and then it's boxes. Oh, I see. These things are flimsy. I got a couple at home, and they just fall apart on you. So I don't know. Maybe FlexiBounce might be able to hook me up with another something. I want to look into that, because, like, I think a cabinet where I have all my, you know, all my fluids would be really cool. And I know they make like those fire safe ones. I don't know what the deal is, but they're probably really heavy. But you can store all your flammables in there and they won't ignite. All right, well, the struggle is real. Gotta get this hose off. It don't want to come off. If I get one of these off, then, you know,
then you got
the other one will be no problem.
Angle. Yeah, exactly.
And I could take that off and just put a new hose clamp there, but I'm trying to avoid that. And,
yeah.
You know, I could do another clamp here.
Nah.
You know, but
yeah, I'd rather keep it as she is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm happy to climb in there. See if
well, it may take both of us to pull on this, because Jeffrey ain't got the strength he used to as a kid. You want to try?
Sure.
Why not?
Very good.
So I don't think this is even necessary. What's the deal with that?
That was just blocked off?
Yeah, it's just a big rubber piece. It don't mean shit. You know? So we got.
Apparently you gotta put it on there though.
Yeah, we got a new one. And okay, yeah, it's on the bottom. So we got an old drain plug on the bottom. We can put it in.
Yep.
Where the hell is that?
Probably split right on the seam, didn't it?
Yeah, sure. Of course it did.
Yep.
You know, a good idea might be to take and wrap this around with some sealant, like something like.
Yeah, but if this seam splits, it ain't gonna do shit. It'll just go through anyways, because it's under pressure.
Yeah, but that Permatex, that what do they call it? Perfect Seal.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll help it a lot.
Hmm.
That stuff is great, man, and it's gas and oil resistant. The whole, you know, shebang.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go like this.
Plastic. When you're, you know, joining it together for high pressure stuff. Just.
Yeah.
Want to see? See right there. See under
Oh
there?
yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, I just split.
Yep.
And you would think the water wouldn't have risen that far that caused that. That had to be an internal temperature thing that caused that fail.
Yep.
So they don't use the right size.
You want this cap, by the way, put on it?
Oh yeah, I get it.
I don't.
Yeah, I'll put it on there.
But it's funny. I thought it was open. It's not. It's,
Yeah, it's just closed. This does nothing. This does absolute. What we're talking about is that I know you guys can't see, but like this thing does nothing.
That's funny.
But we'll put it back on. And
So
then,
this is just a three-way valve then. I'll be goddamn.
that's all it is, dude. It's ridiculous. You know.
You know, it wouldn't take a whole lot, like you said, to make a brass fitting for this.
Right.
Because it's a T, just like you said. That's all it is.
Yeah. Almost want to make you get out a 3-day printer.
Yeah.
Just print one up, you know.
And to think that they charge almost $400 for this.
For an OEM, it's $400.
Yeah.
Then plus your install.
Yep.
Like if you're having somebody do it.
Yeah.
So, you know, the shops are probably loving it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's constant maintenance, right?
Right. It's a maintenance item.
Yep.
It's going to go bad.
Yep.
There's nothing you're going to do about it or say about it. It's going to go bad.
Yep.
No, I should have kept that loose.
No, Jeff, I appreciate you coming out again. I appreciate you coming out the last time very much. That was nice of you.
You know, I have you know, a lot of people bring me their boats over, and I've been doing more of this because, like, then I don't have to have a yard full of boats.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's easier to go out to the boat.
Yeah. And I kind of like the quiet, too.
Yeah.
You know, like, it just is. Am I putting that on
You got to
right?
get the boat out of the water. It is what it is, you know. But
Or maybe it's over here. See, it's missing a screw, but... Yeah, I got another customer good customer, and he's got a couple of them. No, I got more than that, but they're real good customers, and they're over there at Four Corners, which is like a mile from my house, you know?
oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like, that's why I kind of started doing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it's only like, it's just right there, so.
Now you have a shop. Yeah, you start running wood on the ground, you're going to run into trouble. It ain't going to last.
Right.
And there's some stuff that I used down in Georgia for my place down there that was always, you know, on or near water, that I got this PVC wood. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, yeah, like Coosa.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Coosa's, It's like PVC wood.
Yeah,
but it's got like a honeycomb interior.
No, this is just solid PVC. It's got same dimensions as regular lumber, but it's PVC. And
Yeah.
we use that, and that stuff is phenomenal. Not that expensive,
Right.
all considering, but anything that's, stays wet or is near water, man.
Right.
PVC wood is. I learned my lesson. That's the way to go. You put it in once, it lasts forever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what, like in modern boats now, that's what they're putting in their transoms.
Oh, wow.
So they don't rot out. So anything like 2008 and newer should all be should be Kusa.
Oh, nice.
And it's not. There was another guy, he was a veteran over here. I think there's a lot of veterans over here. Because, like, I guess maybe because, you're near the, the armory or whatever, or National Guard. There was another guy over here that he had a bad problem, and, like, he was, he called me up and nobody will help me, and I'm like, okay. Everybody's like busy, and he's like, I don't know. I went over to his house, and he had a big pontoon boat. He's like, I finally got it out of there. It's a big, it's like it won't run, so I can't, just eating up my money on a slip.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, come on. So I'm gonna have to loosen it. See, and they do stuff like this. You can't get the clamp all the way down until you know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the clamp. What's going on?
Need help?
Gonna fight me all the way. Yeah, anyway, I went over to his house, and lo and behold, like he had a whole hole in his block.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna run, look.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. I was like, nobody else told you this? Because he had a couple guys look at it. And they all told him, I don't know, And I'm like, you kidding me?
Wow.
And he's like, yeah. It's like, nobody seemed to, they couldn't figure it out. It wouldn't even, the starter wouldn't turn in or nothing. Because it was locked up. I said, this engine's locked up, dude. I was like, I would love to, do something for you, but I don't know what I can do, with a
best
locked
thing you
up
could do
engine.
at that point, just buy a new engine.
So you're going to have to get a new engine.
Yeah.
And then I took it apart for him just to show him. I took everything off.
So that was an outboard, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took everything off so that he could see it, And, yeah, it's like it's got to go down farther. What the heck? There it goes. There it goes. I don't know what that was all about. He came and I gave him I said, look, you got a lot of good parts here. Somebody will buy this stuff.
Yeah.
And then he
Can you
went
just
down,
buy a block for an outboard and just replace it, or is it just not worth it to just try to get a bare block and put it in there?
I sell them.
Do you really?
Yeah, I sell 3-man power heads and gear cases. I don't sell a ton, but I sell them on my website.
So is that like a long block or a short block? With
Depends.
pistons and crank and cam and all that stuff in it?
Yeah, some stuff there are long blocks and short blocks. there's inline 6s and 4s, and you know,
there's V8.
There's V4s and V6s. OMC, you know, that I even sell them for this stuff too, like they have reman mostly gear case stern drives. They don't make any of the engines.
Is Mercruiser still doing this stuff?
Oh yeah, that's Mercury.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were still, because I saw Penta and some of the other ones.
Volvo, yeah.
Volvo doing a lot. I haven't seen much Mercury.
Well, that's the Penta. That's the Volvo.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's even Chryslers, and yeah, that stuff is still around. You can still get it. Get stuff for it. Yeah, I did that too. Like I made a, you know, of course I got my company and everything, but and licensed everything, you know, and then I started a website, HawkeyeMarine.net, and then I you know, became a dealer for people.